The metal walls of the prison cell felt cold against her skin as Lily sat on the small bench. Her breathing was calm, despite the dire situation she found herself in, captured by the Vorkine Empire during a routine supply mission. Her brown hair hung loose around her shoulders as she stared at the purple force field that kept her contained. The ship had been easy prey for the massive Vorkine warship that appeared from nowhere near Jupiter Outpost. She was the only survivor taken for questioning, while the rest of her crew was held elsewhere. At least she hoped they were still alive. Footsteps echoed in the corridor outside. Lily straightened her posture. She was a representative of Earth now, whether she wanted to be or not. The force field flickered and disappeared. Two tall guards entered, both with scaled skin and shimmering blue hues. Their four eyes blinked in unison as they assessed her. "Follow female." The first one said in broken English. Lily stood and walked between them down a long corridor lined with similar cells. Most were empty, but some contained creatures she had never seen before, aliens from worlds unknown to humanity. The guards led her to a large chamber with high ceilings and ornate decorations along the walls, and the center stood a being unlike the others. Her scales were iridescent, shifting between purple and gold in the light. She wore an elaborate headdress that signified her royal status among the Vorkine. This was Princess Zara, heir to the empire that had been terrorizing the outer colonies of Earth for the past year. "Leave us," the princess commanded. The guards bowed and exited. The princess circled, Lily studying her with interest. "Human, you are different from the others we have captured. Your vital signs remained stable during your capture. Your heart rate did not increase when our ships appeared. Your people usually respond with fear." Lily met her gaze. "I had a job to do. Fear would only get in the way." The princess tilted her head, a gesture Lily had learned indicated curiosity among their kind. "You show restraint unusual for your species. We have studied your kind for some time now before making ourselves known. Your people are violent, unpredictable, dangerous." A small smile formed on Lily's lips. "You fear my kind," the human whispered. "Not you," the princess said, stepping closer. Her scales glinted under the bright lights of the chamber. "Not individuals, but what you represent. Your species advanced from primitive technology to space travel in less than a century, while my people took millennia. Our scientists believe there is something in your genetic makeup that makes you adapt, quickly evolve faster than other species." The princess walked to a console and pressed several buttons. Holographic display appeared showing Earth and its colonies. The outer settlements glowed red, indicating those that had been attacked. "Why are you showing me this?" Lily asked. The princess turned. "Your colonies were not attacked randomly. We targeted specific research facilities. We know what your scientists are developing, weapons that could destroy our entire civilization." Lily frowned. "We were developing defenses, not weapons. Your ships attacked our outposts first." The princess hissed a sound that Lily recognized as laughter. "You truly believe that the Empire has existed for 10,000 years, human. We do not attack without reason." A door slid open on the far side of the chamber, and another Vorkine entered this one, older with faded scales and a limp. She carried a small device in her three-fingered hand. "Princess Zara, our scanners have detected an anomaly in the human cellular structure. She is not like the others." The princess turned to Lily with renewed interest. "Bring her to the laboratory." Lily found herself in a sterile room surrounded by equipment she did not recognize. Vorkines in white garments moved around her, speaking in their native language, a series of clicks and hisses. She was secured to a table while they scanned her body. "Princess." Zara stood nearby, watching the proceedings with keen interest. The older Vorkine approached her, speaking urgently. The princess approached Lily. "Your body contains nanites, advanced technology, integrated with your cellular structure. This is what we feared. Your government has begun enhancing soldiers." Lily laughed. "I am not a soldier, I am a pilot. These nanites help me connect to my ship. The neural interface lets me fly better, respond faster. They are not weapons." The princess studied her for a long moment. "You speak truth according to our scanners, but the technology could be weaponized." I suppose anything could be weaponized, Lily said. But that doesn't mean it will be. Princess Zara dismissed the other Vorkines, leaving them alone in the laboratory. She approached Lily and released her restraints. Our intelligence suggested your government was developing biological weapons using this technology, preparing for an invasion of our territories. That is why we struck first. Lily sat up, rubbing her wrists. Where did you get this intelligence? From traitors among your own kind, the princess said. Those who believe humanity is advancing too quickly, without the wisdom to handle such power. Lily thought of the recent political divisions on Earth, the factions that wanted to limit technological development. Who gave you this information? The princess hesitated before answering. A human female named Claire Evans. The name hit Lily like a physical blow. Claire Evans was the former head of Earth Defense, until she disappeared 6 months ago, presumed dead in a shuttle accident. So she defected. The princess nodded. She believed your governments were leading humanity down a path of self-destruction. She offered information in exchange for our intervention. Lily stood facing the princess directly. Claire Evans was removed from her position because she wanted to use the nanite technology as a weapon against our own colonies that resisted Central Earth government. She didn't defect because we were too dangerous. She defected because we wouldn't let her start a war. The princess stepped back, her scales darkening a sign of distress. This contradicts everything she told us. Lily pressed her advantage. Claire manipulated you. She wanted you to attack, so Earth government would have no choice but to develop the weapons she wanted all along. She used your fear of us to further her own agenda, princess. Zara moved to a console, her fingers flying over the controls. Images appeared showing Claire in meetings. With Vorkine officials, documents scrolled past too quickly for Lily to read. The princess hissed a sound of anger. The data supports your claim, human. Our analysts missed these inconsistencies. The attack pattern she suggested targeted facilities that opposed her policies, not those developing weapons. Lily felt a surge of hope. You were manipulated. Your empire did not need to fear us. We had no plans to expand into your territory. The princess turned, her 4 eyes blinking rapidly. I must consult with the emperor. This changes everything. Over the next several days, Lily was moved from the prison cell to comfortable quarters. She was allowed limited access to communication and managed to send a message to Earth explaining the situation. Claire Evans had manipulated both sides, pushing them toward a war that would benefit only her and her supporters. Princess Zara visited Lily, frequently asking questions about Earth, its people, and culture. Lily learned about the Vorkine Empire in return, their history spanning thousands of years, their complex social structure based on honor and duty. A week later, Lily was summoned to the imperial throne room. The emperor, a massive Vorkine with black scales that seemed to absorb light, sat on a raised platform. Princess Zara stood at his side. Human, the emperor spoke, his voice deep and resonant. We have verified your claims. The traitor Claire Evans has been apprehended. She will face justice for her crimes against both our peoples. Lily bowed slightly. Unsure of the proper protocol, I am glad truth was discovered before more lives were lost. The emperor studied her. We misjudged humanity based on incomplete information. It seems our peoples are not so different. We both can be manipulated by those seeking power. Princess Zara stepped forward. Father, I propose we send Lily back to Earth as our envoy. Let her explain what happened. Let her begin the process of peace between our worlds. The emperor considered for a moment, then nodded. It shall be. Done. 2 days later, Lily stood in the launch bay preparing to board a small Vorkine shuttle. Princess Zara approached, her scales gleaming in the bright lights. You will speak for us to your leaders, the princess said. Tell them we desire peace. Tell them we were wrong to attack. Lily nodded. I will, but they may not believe me. They may not trust the Vorkine after the attacks. The princess held out a small crystal. This contains all the evidence against Claire Evans, against those who supported her schemes. It also contains information about our people, our culture, our technology. Offer it as a gesture of goodwill. Lily took the crystal carefully. I will do my best. She turned to board the shuttle. The princess spoke again. When you said we feared, your kind, you were right. We feared what we did not understand. It is always easier to fear than to learn, but you have taught me differently, Lily of Earth. You have shown me that understanding is possible, even between such different beings. Lily smiled. Perhaps that is humanity's greatest strength. Not our technology or our adaptability, but our desire to understand, to connect with others, even those who seem alien to us. The princess nodded, her scales shifting to a warm gold color, a sign of hope. Among her people, go with honor, Lily of Earth. Return to us when you can as a friend. As the shuttle departed the massive Vorkine warship, Lily watched through the viewport as it grew smaller against the stars. She held the crystal tightly in her hand. This small object contained the truth that could end a war before it truly began. Our journey to Earth took several days, during which Lily spent her time studying the information on the crystal. The more she learned about the Vorkine, the more she understood their fear of humanity. Their civilization had grown slowly, carefully over millennia, while humans had exploded into space in just a few generations. When Earth finally appeared in the viewport, a blue marble hanging in the darkness, Lily felt both relief and anxiety. How would she convince the leaders of Earth that the alien empire that had attacked them wanted peace? Would they even listen to her? The shuttle was intercepted by Earth defense vessels, their weapons trained on the alien craft. Lily transmitted her identification codes, and after tense moments of waiting, they escorted her to the orbital station above North America. As she stepped off the shuttle, Lily was immediately surrounded by armed guards, their faces stern suspicion clear in their eyes. A tall woman with short gray hair approached her. Admiral Kate Morgan, head of Earth Defense Operations. Lily. Warren, you were presumed dead after the attack on Jupiter Outpost, the Admiral said, her voice cold. The fact that you return in an enemy vessel raises questions. I need to speak with the Council, Lily said immediately. I have information vital to ending this conflict. The Admiral studied her for a long moment. You will be debriefed first. Medical scans, security protocols. Then perhaps the Council will consider your request. Lily spent the next 24 hours subjected to endless tests and questions. Doctors examined her, discovering the nanites in her system. Security officers interrogated her about her time with the Vorkine. Always the crystal was kept separate from her, locked away for analysis. Finally, exhausted but determined, Lily was brought before the Earth Defense Council. 12 men and women seated at a long table in a secure room deep within the facility. Admiral Morgan stood nearby, her expression still suspicious. Lily told her story from the beginning. Her capture by the Vorkine princess, Zara's revelations about Claire Evans, the discovery of the truth, the Emperor's desire for peace. She spoke without interruption, her voice steady, her words clear. When she finished, one of the council members leaned forward. The data from the crystal seems to support your story, but it could be fabricated. A Vorkine trick to lower our defenses. Lily shook her head. I was there, I saw the evidence myself. Claire Evans betrayed humanity. She wanted a war so her faction could seize power. She manipulated the Vorkine using their fear of us against them. Another council member spoke. We have verified that the attacked facilities were indeed those that opposed Evans' policies. This part of your story checks out. Admiral Morgan stepped forward. There is something else, the nanites in Pilot Warren's system. They are the original design, not the weaponized version. Evans was developing before her disappearance. Lily looked at the Admiral in surprise. You knew? The Admiral nodded. We discovered her plans too late. She had already gone to the Vorkine with her lies. We have been trying to contact them to explain, but all diplomatic efforts have failed. Then you believe me? Lily asked. The council exchanged glances. Then the leader spoke. We believe your story, but we need more than words to convince Earth that peace is possible. The attacks have left thousands dead, colonies destroyed. Trust will not come easily. Lily thought for a moment, then suggest a meeting. A neutral location where representatives from both sides can meet face to face. The Vorkian Emperor is willing to make amends. Princess Zara can represent them. Days passed as arrangements were made. A neutral zone was established on Europa. Jupiter's moon Earth sent a delegation led by Admiral Morgan the Vorkeen, arrived in a single ship smaller than their warships as a sign of good faith. Princess Zara stepped onto the moon base, her scales shimmering in the artificial light. Lily stood. Between the two groups, a bridge between worlds. The princess spoke first, addressing the human delegation. We came to your system believing we were preventing a threat to our existence. We were wrong. Manipulated by one who sought to use our fear against us, the Vorkeen Empire offers reparations for the damage we have caused. We seek not domination but understanding. Admiral Morgan listened, her face impassive, then replied, Humanity has also made errors. We moved too quickly, expanded too rapidly without considering how our actions might appear to others. The road to trust will be long, but we are willing to walk it. The negotiations lasted for weeks. Both sides cautious, both sides wounded, but slowly progress was made. Agreements were signed, boundaries established, a framework for future relations built piece by piece. And through it all, Lily served as a bridge between the two species. Her unique position as someone who had lived among the Vorkeen made her invaluable. When the final treaty was signed, Princess Zara approached Lily in the corridor outside the conference room. The scales around her eyes had darkened with age in the months since their first meeting. You have done well, Lily of Earth, the princess said. Your kind continues to surprise us. Lily smiled. I think we surprise ourselves sometimes, but that is part of being human. The capacity to change, to grow, to overcome our fears. The princess nodded, a gesture she had adopted from the humans. Our peoples will work together now. Share knowledge, share resources. But there is still much to learn, much to understand. I would ask a favor of you. Lily waited, curious. The Emperor wishes to establish an exchange program. Humans living among Vorkeen, Vorkeen living among humans, learning each other's ways firsthand. Would you consider being the first to officially represent humanity on our homeworld? Lily felt a surge of excitement. The chance to see the Vorkeen homeworld, to learn more about their ancient civilization. It was an opportunity beyond anything she had imagined when she first looked out at the stars as a child. I would be honored, she replied. 3 months later, Lily stood on the observation deck of the Imperial Palace on Vorka, the Vorkeen homeworld. The planet stretched out before her, a world of deep oceans and floating cities. Crystal spires rose into the sky while ships moved between them, like fish in a current. Below her, people from both species walked together. Humans with their varied skin tones and hair colors. Vorkeen with their scaled bodies and 4 eyes. Different yet finding common ground. Princess Zara stood beside her watching, her reaction to the view. It is beautiful, is it not? Lily nodded, taking in the alien landscape. So different from Earth, yet in some ways similar. The same sky, though a different shade. The same ground, though a different color. Life adapting to its environment, whether on Earth or Vorka. The princess turned to her. We have prepared living quarters for you in the diplomatic sector. Others from Earth will arrive soon. The first group of cultural ambassadors, Zara used the human term with care. Thank you, Lily, said. I look forward to learning more about your world, your history. The princess gestured to a tall building in the distance. That is the Imperial Library. It contains records dating back 10,000 years. The history of our people from the first civilizations to our expansion among the stars. You will have full access. Lily looked at the princess in surprise. Such access would never have been granted before the treaty. It was a sign of trust, a precious gift. Princess. Zara seemed to read her thoughts. We cannot build a lasting peace on secrets. Lily of Earth. Your people feared us because they did not know us. We feared humanity because we did not understand you. Knowledge is the foundation of understanding. In the days that followed, Lily immersed herself in learning the Vorkeen language, their customs, their history. She spent hours in the Imperial Library reading ancient texts translated by advanced systems. She walked the floating cities marveling at the architecture, the art, the everyday life of a civilization thousands of years older than her own. Other humans arrived, scientists, diplomats, artists, each bringing their own perspective, each building connections with the Vorkeen. And in return, Vorkeen representatives traveled to Earth to learn about humanity. Lily became something of a celebrity among the Vorkeen, the human who had shown courage in captivity, wisdom in negotiations, curiosity in peace. Young Vorkeen would approach her in public places asking questions about Earth, its varied landscapes, its diverse cultures. One evening, as Lily sat in a garden watching the 3 moons of Vorka rise above the horizon, Princess Zara joined her. They had developed a friendship over the months, a bond forged through shared experiences and mutual respect. The princess settled beside her on the bench. Her scales had taken on a silvery hue in the moonlight. The exchange program has been successful beyond our expectations. She said humans have adapted well to life on Vorka. Lily smiled. We adapt quickly, remember? That was what scared you about us. The princess made a sound that Lily now recognized as amusement. What once frightened us now gives us hope. Your adaptability, your creativity. These qualities complement our stability, our patience together. We may accomplish what neither could alone. Lily looked up at the stars visible through the dome that protected the garden. From those distant points of light had come both conflict and resolution, fear and understanding, war and peace. Do you think there are others out there? Lily asked. More civilizations, more peoples waiting to be discovered. The princess followed her gaze. We know of several dozens. We have had contact with some trade agreements with others. But the galaxy is vast. Even the Vorkeen with our 10,000-year history have explored only a tiny fraction. Lily considered this. The thought of more alien species, more cultures, more knowledge, waiting among the stars filled her with excitement and a touch of apprehension. Would they meet as friends or enemies? Would they learn from past mistakes or repeat them? 2 years passed. 2 years of learning, growing understanding. The alliance between Earth and the Vorkeen Empire had transformed both societies. Human technology advanced rapidly with access to Vorkeen knowledge, while Vorkeen culture experienced a renaissance inspired by human creativity. Lily had become fluent in the Vorkeen language, mastering even the subtle clicks and hisses that conveyed emotion. She had traveled to 12 Vorkeen worlds, documenting their unique ecosystems and cultures. For both human and Vorkeen audiences, her reports transmitted back to Earth had helped change perceptions, showing the Vorkeen not as fearsome aliens, but as people with their own hopes, dreams and fears. On the anniversary of the treaty signing, Lily stood before the combined councils of Earth and Vorka. She had been asked to speak as the bridge between worlds, the human who understood the Vorkeen, the friend of Princess Zara too. Years ago, our people stood at the brink of war. Lily began, her voice steady. Both sides acting from fear, both sides manipulated by those who would use that fear for their own ends. But we found another path, through understanding, through communication, through the simple willingness to see beyond differences and recognize our common hopes. She gestured to the assembled representatives, humans and Vorkeen, sitting side by side. Look at what we have accomplished together. Research that has led to medical breakthroughs, cultural exchanges that have enriched both our societies, trade that has strengthened our economies, cooperation that has made our region of space safer for all. Princess Zara watched from her place beside her father, the Emperor. Her scales now bore the golden markings of a royal advisor, a position she had earned through her work for peace. What began with the words, "You fear my kind," has become "You understand my kind," Lily continued, and understanding has led to friendship, cooperation, hope. This is the legacy we are building together. Not conquest, not domination, but partnership. Equal, respected, valued for our differences as much as our similarities. After the ceremony, Princess Zara approached Lily in the Great Hall, where representatives from both worlds mingled, talking, sharing ideas. The Emperor has a proposal for you, Lily Warren. she said, her voice carrying the formal tone used for official matters. "You have served as ambassador to Vorka with distinction. Your knowledge of our people is unmatched among humans." Lily inclined, her head a gesture of respect among the Vorkine. "I have only sought to build bridges where once there were walls," the princess continued. "We wish to expand our alliance to reach out to other species in neighboring systems, some who have avoided contact with us fearing our empire. Others who know only humanity through distant observations. Would you lead this initiative?" A joint mission crewed by both humans and Vorkine. Lily felt a thrill of excitement run through her. A chance to meet new species, to prevent misunderstandings before they led to conflict, to build connections across the stars. "I would be honored," she replied. 6 months later, Lily stood on the bridge of the Harmony, a ship unlike any built before, half human technology, half Vorkine. The crew reflected this blend as well. Humans and Vorkine working side by side, each bringing their unique perspectives and skills. Princess Zara had insisted on joining the mission. Despite her royal duties, the Emperor had agreed, understanding the importance of showing other species that the highest levels of Vorkine society supported this alliance. As the ship prepared to leave orbit, Princess Zara joined Lily at the viewport. "Are you ready for this journey?" she asked. Lily looked at her friend, seeing not an alien but a person, a being with hopes and fears and dreams so much like her own despite their different forms. "We have come so far," she said, "from prisoner and captor to friends and colleagues. Now we go further together." The princess placed her scaled hand next to Lily's on the railing. "It is fitting that we do this together. The human who did not fear, and the Vorkine who learned to understand. The stars await," Lily said, "and whatever we find out there, whatever new peoples we encounter, we will face it as we have faced everything else. Since that first day, since those first words, 'You fear my kind,'" the princess quoted softly. "Not you." Lily completed the exchange with a smile. "Not anymore." The ship moved away from Vorka, accelerating toward distant stars, each point of light perhaps holding new civilizations, new challenges, new opportunities. Princess Zara returned to the command center. While Lily remained at the viewport for a moment longer, she thought about how far they had come. The human pilot captured by aliens, the princess who feared humanity's potential, the discovery of manipulation and lies, the birth of understanding, the growth of friendship, the flowering of alliance, and now the next step into the unknown, together. 2. Species once on the brink of destroying each other, now reaching out to the galaxy as one. As Lily turned from the viewport to join the princess on the bridge, she knew that whatever they found among the stars, they would face it with the wisdom. They had gained the lesson that fear could be overcome, that differences could be strengths. That understanding was possible even between beings who seemed utterly alien to each other. The stars streaked past as the Harmony entered faster than light travel, carrying its message of cooperation to the waiting universe. The legacy of a human who showed no fear, and a princess who chose to understand. A legacy that would ripple across the galaxy, changing the future for countless worlds. It had begun with whispered words in a prison cell. "You fear my kind," it continued, with a journey to the stars and the promise of countless new beginnings.